Please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Jeff Renahan, First Ward.
Bill Carlos, Second Ward.
Michael Sapone, Fourth Ward.
Matthew Oliver, Fifth Ward.
Ann Church, 6th Ward.
Felicia Salvatore, Town Clerk.
Jim Nelson, attorney for the town.
John Baisley, Town Supervisor. I want to thank everybody for coming out and keeping the distance as much as possible here. We're going to make this meeting as quick as possible, and there's no public hearings on tonight's meeting. It's just general business. After tonight, we're going to try to make meetings as easy as possible, sticking to general business, and we will be working on a plan on how to have planning board and zoning board meetings after this as we follow whatever rules we can possibly follow to get this done. I want to thank everybody for being patient during these times. The town's taken many measures to try to slow the spread of the virus around the town hall and around the town. Currently, town hall is closed to all residents. If you need to drop something off or pick something up, please call town hall first, or please email us if possible that you're coming, and we'll make arrangements, either mail something to you that you need, whether it be a permit, and please mail all your bills in, your water bills and sewer bills if possible, because we would like to keep our employees at a distance from anybody possible. Currently, the town hall is working at half-staff, so it may take us a little longer to process some of your requests, so I please ask that everybody bear with us during the time that we're doing this. We're currently rotating our staff as requested by the governor, 50% of the staff on one day, 50% of the staff on the other day, and this is all throughout the town. We've closed our senior center until further notice. All sport leagues and social events in the town have been canceled. And as everybody knows, the restaurants are takeout only or delivery. And I would ask that anybody that can possibly afford it at this time to please try to visit those restaurants as they're going through troubling times. Town hall cleaning is ongoing. We are cleaning the town hall, windows, windowsills, doorknobs, and so on. And we'll be doing a mass cleaning of town hall Thursday, and we will be cleaning other town buildings over the weekend to try to keep our employees as safe as possible. All inspections in the building department will be done on an as-need basis. So please bear with the building department. If they are not coming to your house at this time, we will work with you to make sure we can get to it as soon as possible, and we work with you to make all this as smooth as possible. We've been in contact with the local county, state, and federal officials to work on this and work along their guidelines and their plans to keep business going as much as possible. As everybody knows, this is new to all of us and came on very fast, so please be patient as we go through with this. This also means when you're out and about, please be patient. If you're shopping or dealing with somebody or on your phone, dealing with your doctor's office or something or anything, please be patient and be kind to the people around you. This is definitely a high stress time, and we just ask everybody to be patient, be kind, and if you have a neighbor, please check in on your neighbor to neighbor, to make sure they're okay. You know, with all the mass buying that was going on out there, the supermarkets seem to be getting stuff back, but you want to make sure the seniors in your neighborhood or some of the youth in your neighborhood that are home because they're out of school are all being fed. So if you have the necessary means to contact your neighbor, please do so and try to do the best you can. Dutchess County ny.gov/MRC is for people who would like to volunteer in the Medical Reserve Corps to help the county either deliver meals or whatever else they may need to be done. And you can follow most of your coronavirus information either on the Dutchess County website or Dutchess County government on Facebook, and they will have the best update. I find it a lot easier than having all these different avenues posting things. If you get it from one source, you'll get the right source and it won't get tainted. So we will only be posting things as necessary, but we ask people please follow the Dutchess County government website or their Facebook page. And the county executive had a town hall meeting tonight at 5:30. He will be having another one at the beginning of April to follow up on where we stand from here. And just please follow up and keep that. If you need anything, our offices are open feel free to call. And just so people know, we will be reaching out to residents to see if they are okay also. So if you get a call, it'll be from the town. We will say who we are and why we're calling. And if you have any thought that this is a scam phone call or anything, feel free to call our office back to make sure we will not be asking for any personal information whatsoever. We are just going to be checking on some of our senior residents to make sure they are okay. So we will not be asking personal information. We'll be asking you your name, confirm who you are, just if you are okay with things. We're not coming to your house. We're not coming in. This is not any quest like that. We just want to make sure you're safe. You can always call our number to make sure if we called you, to make sure everything was fine. Do not give out any personal information. With that, I wish everybody the best of luck while we get through this. We can do it. We're a strong community. We're a strong state, a strong country. We will make our way through this battle, and we've done things like this before, not quite in this nature, but we'll make it. We've done it before, we'll make it. This is a good country, we're going to do it. With that, I'd like to start our agenda. Number 1 is appoint Travis B. Vanderwater as a police officer. Number 2, appoint Alyssa M. Vasili as a police officer. 3, appoint Hector Jimenez as a part-time assessor's aide. 4, notification New Horizons Resource 134 Innis Avenue. 5, authorize agreement between Christopher Janiello and the Town of Poughkeepsie Joint Water Board. 6, award the bid for Higgintown Pump Station. 7, authorize the bid for SCADA system. 8, approve the Arlington Business Improvement District's International Festival, which will be canceled. 9, consent lead agency to IDOM entities. 10, approve Semper Fi Parents Motorcycle Show with spin bowls. 11, authorize allocation agreement, MHTC Development. 12, authorize extension of temporary COs for MHTC Development. And 12, authorize supervisor sign acceptance assignment of sewer, water, utility easements, and improvements, MHTC Development. So moved.
And
Second.
there's 2 SCs too. that we might have-
Oh. The first SC was,
The first SC, they're both concerning the virus. First one is relating to the town board meeting schedule, and the second one is relating to town employees.
so moved.
Second.
Since we have no public, Jeff, we will work on going forward. We have other meetings of some way to call in to make comments. We're not set for this right at
I
this
just
time.
have a question. If number 8 is going to be canceled, are they going to reschedule, try and reschedule? Should you approve it anyway and then just reschedule?
I don't think they're going to reschedule. The problem with number 8, this is the Arlington, this is the International Festival. It's being done with Vassar College, so they need the Vassar College
Oh,
students
gotcha.
there to plan it. And
Gotcha.
even though it's later on in April, I don't see how they're going to be able to plan it.
No.
And the email I received is it's just being canceled. I really don't think.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I was just
it's-
curious.
Because then they're going to be out of school too,
Yeah.
so,
They're probably not coming back anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So you could probably withdraw that, I would imagine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say we could withdraw it,
Yeah.
and if something does happen, it can be brought up
Yeah, we can
again.
get back up. Jeff, another one?
Okay. Be resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Travis B. Van de Water to the position of full-time police officer trainee under the provisions of civil service law at the starting yearly salary of $55,075.20, effective April 6, 2020, which appointment is subject to a probationary period of not less than 26 nor more than 52 weeks per civil service law. And be it further resolved, the supervisor is authorized to execute and file all documentation required by the Dutchess County Department of Human Resources in connection with this appointment. So moved.
Second.
The motion second, any questions?
I just feel bad that, they can't be here, like they usually show support, but I, like I said, wish them the best.
Jeff, it was nice, we asked the officers that were getting appointed not to come.
Yeah.
And the police department opted in today's environment not to come also.
Yeah.
But I agree.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 6-0.
Resolution 2, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Elisa M. Vasili to the position of full-time police officer under the provisions of the civil service law at a starting yearly salary of $61,985.79, effective April 6, 2020, which appointment is subject to a probationary period of not less than 26 nor more than 52 weeks per civil service law. And be it further resolved that the supervisors are authorized to execute and file all documentation required by the Dutchess County Department of Human Resources in connection with the appointment. So moved.
Second.
Motion second, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Be resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Hector Jimenez to the position of part-time assessor aide, grade 4, step 1 with the town's assessor's office at the salary of $19.26 per hour, effective March 23, 2020, which appointment is subject to probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law. And be it further resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to execute and file all documentation required by the Dutchess County Department of Human Resources in connection with this appointment. So moved.
Second. Motion is second, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Resolution 4 is a notification from New Horizons. Resolution 5, whereas the town of Poughkeepsie and the city of Poughkeepsie jointly operate the Poughkeepsie's water treatment project pursuant to an intermunicipal agreement dated August 3rd, 1995, IMA, and therefore must jointly authorize any agreements that come before the joint water board. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor to execute the annexed agreement between the town of Poughkeepsie, Poughkeepsie's joint water project board, and Christopher Giniello in substantially the form annexed. So moved.
Second.
Get a motion second, any questions on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Be resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby award the bid for the Arlington Town Pump Station abatement and replacement to the lower bidder, Legacy Supply LLC, at the bid price of $543,287.84 pursuant to the recommendation of the town engineer, with partial funding being received through the NYS Revolving Loan Fund for Clean Water by the NYS EFC and the FEMA Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, and be further resolved that the supervisor is authorized to execute a contract agreement with Legacy Supply LLC. So moved.
Second.
Get a motion second, any questions?
Do we know how much of that's going to be covered by the grants, et cetera?
I'm going to say more than 3/4.
Excellent.
One grant's like 25,000, the other one's like 400,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Excellent.
that's why we waited so long.
Yeah, to
get
make
the
sure those
FEMA
came
grant.
through.
Yeah.
Plus,
Very good.
The price is actually very good, too. I mean, so very happy with it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie is hereby authorized the town clerk to advertise for bids for a SCADA assistant for the Arlington wastewater treatment plant pursuant to specifications prepared by the engineering department, which will be available on March 23rd, 2020, at the office of town clerk, with an optional site visit to be held on April 10th, to be held at 10 p.m. on April 1st, 2020, with the bid opening on April 22nd, 2020, at 11 a.m. at Town Hall, Town of Poughkeepsie, at 1 Over Rocker Road, Poughkeepsie, New York. Be it further resolved, the right to... Can I finish? And then we'll go over that.
Oh, pardon.
Yeah. Be it further resolved, the right to accept or reject all bids in whole or part is hereby reserved. And be it further resolved that contracting for these services is part of the ongoing administration and management of the town of Poughkeepsie and the joint landfill. Town of Poughkeepsie, and is a type 2 action under secret requiring no environmental review. So moved. Mr. Nelson.
My understanding, pardon me, was that this was not going to go forward, but if,
Not, it's going to go forward. Can we leave the date blank as to when we send it out? Because they don't currently want anybody at the sewer plant until this is over with? Or would you prefer we just bring it back?
will it come, who will set the date?
We'll set the
The
date.
board will?
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah. Or we can set a date to be determined. You know,
Right, yeah, well, I mean, all of this, though, relates to when bids are available, you know, so all the dates, I think, you know, the
Probably will
opening,
have to be
and the
re-advertised,
March
wouldn't it?
through, they all.
Because we don't
are
want
gonna have
to,
to
we
be
don't want to
blanks.
advertise it until the time comes. Yeah.
Okay, so you're
We'll
going to
just-
pull it?
We'll just
I would
we'll
pull
table
it.
it, yeah, we can table it.
Okay.
Yeah, because they don't want to go down the sewer plant either.
Motion to table.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And number 8, we agreed we're pulled that one, correct?
Yep.
Okay, just want to be sure.
All right, tabled.
Okay. Number 9, be resolved, the town board of town of Poughkeepsie does hereby consent to the town of Poughkeepsie Planning Board acting as a secret lead agency. Notice of intent paperwork in its entirety can be found in the town clerk's office for the project known as IDOM Equities, Inc., 23 Davis Avenue, Poughkeepsie, New York. So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Resolution number 10, Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby approve the application submitted by Carmen Aponte Hall on behalf of the Semper Fi Parents of the Hudson Valley to hold a motorcycle show on Saturday, July 18th, 2020, with a rain date of Sunday, July 19th, 2020, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Spins Bowl, 47 Taft Avenue, Poughkeepsie, New York. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby approve the application as submitted for said event, and that the town clerk is in receipt of a certificate of liability insurance naming the Town of Poughkeepsie as an additional insured. So moved.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Whereas MHTC Development LLC, having an address at 199 West Road, Pleasant Valley, New York, 12569, is developing in Eastdale Village, a major mixed-use project on Route 44 in the town of Poughkeepsie. And whereas MHTC has contracted the town's sewer service tenant, Wartburg Lutheran Services Incorporated, for 90,000 gallons per day of Wartburg's wastewater capacity, which agreement is dated February 14, 2019, and recorded in the Dutchess County Clerk's Office as document number 02-2019-1990. And whereas MHTC seeks the consent of the town of Poughkeepsie for itself and the Arlington Sewer District and the Arlington Sewer Service Area to MHTC using a portion of its 90,000 GPD for 949 Dutchess Turnpike, which is owned by MHTC, and 947 Dutchess Turnpike, which is owned by Janet Marie Frank. Now therefore be it resolved, the town of Poughkeepsie for itself and the sewer district and service area consents to the proposed use allocation, and the supervisors are authorized to execute the annexed allocation agreement in substantially the form annexed, together with such other documents as may be necessary to effect the use allocation, subject to the approval of the town engineer and any required approvals of the Dutchess County Department of Behavioral and Community Health. And be it further resolved, this action involves the expansion of utility distribution facilities to approve subdivision lots and the transfer of license rights. No environmental review is required. So moved.
Second.
The motion is second. Any questions on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Resolution 12. Whereas MHTC Development LLC, which is developing the Eastdale Village project on Route 44, has previously requested that the town issue temporary certificates of occupancy, TCOs, for certain portions of the project, and has also tendered to the town an assignment of sewer, water, and utility easements and the ownership of certain sewer improvements serving the Eastdale project. And whereas the Town of Poughkeepsie Town Board, by Resolution 10-2, number 20 of 2019, consented to the issuance of TCOs for Eastdale Buildings 9, 10, and 11 for 180 days upon MHTC's acceptable completion of certain work, Exhibit A work, its compliance with certain New York State DOT and DCD-BCH conditions, and the delivery of a guarantee that certain other work, Exhibit B work, would be completed before the expiration of the TCOs. And whereas MHTC has completed the Exhibit A work and complied with the NYSDOT and DCD-BCH conditions, delivered the required guarantee, and has diligently pursued and substantially completed the Exhibit B work, with the exception of the items listed as Exhibit B1 Annexed Here 2. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the above MHTC TCOs are extended for an additional 30 days through May 1st, 2020. And be it further resolved that upon acceptable completion of the Exhibit B1 work and MHTC's compliance with the conditions in a separate resolution to be this day presented, the Town of Poughkeepsie will accept the assignment of sewer, water, and utility easements in substantially the form presented to the town, as well as the ownership of the tendered sewer improvements. And be it further resolved that because the Eastdale project was the subject of a complete SEQA review, the extension of the TCOs requires no environmental review. So moved.
Second.
The motion is second. Any questions on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Whereas MHTC Development LLC, which is developing the Eastdale Village project on Route 44, has tendered to the town an assignment of sewer, water, and utility easements, has offered or dedicated other sewer easements to the town, and has offered to the town the ownership of the force main system and the other sewer facilities to the town. Now therefore be it resolved that the supervisor is authorized to execute the assignment of easements in substantially the form annexed, and to accept the other sewer easements, to accept ownership of the tendered force main system, and to accept the other sewer faculties as described in the Certificate of Construction Compliance and Map dated October 11, 2019, annexed hereto as Exhibit A, and to execute such other further documents as are necessary to effect said transfers upon fulfillment of the following conditions. 1, receipt from the town from MHTC of the spare motor and pump as described in Exhibit B1, annexed hereto. 2, receipt of the First American Title Insurance Policy in the amount of $300,000 covering all the easement interest being transferred to the town, subject to exceptions acceptable to the town attorney. 3, receipt of the town supervisor of an acceptable bill of sale with warranty of title to the other sewer facilities being transferred to the town. Be further resolved that Eastdale Village project has been a subject of a complete seeker review such that the acceptance of these easements, systems, and facilities require no further environmental review. So moved.
Second.
Any motion second, any questions on that? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Be resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby grant special consent to the following items to wit. Resolution 1 concerning COVID-19 virus crisis relating to the Town Board meeting schedule. Resolution 2 concerning COVID-19 virus crisis relating to town employees. Be it further resolved that upon the objection of any member of the Town Board, an item may be removed from the list and voted on separately. So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Be it resolved that in order to assure that the town of Poughkeepsie promptly and prudently responds to the evolving COVID-19 virus crisis, the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby pursuant to 1-1.4 of the rules of the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie, authorize the town supervisor to cancel and/or change the time and place of regular town board meetings currently scheduled through June 17, 2020, and he shall promptly give notice thereof to all town board members and the media, and post a notice on the town bulletin boards and town website. So moved.
Second.
The motion second, any questions?
So just to clarify for everyone, that does not mean that everything through June 17th is canceled?
No.
It's just giving you the opportunity to adapt
Cancel-
things
Cancel
as
and
we
move
need.
them, because when we approve all the meetings at the beginning of the year, they're supposed to be the scheduled meetings.
Right.
So if we find that next week, we prefer to do 4 items on an agenda as opposed to 12.
Right.
To, keep a crowd out, that's what we're gonna try to do. Once
Gotcha.
we figure out how to do this.
Very good.
Yep.
Right.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 6-0.
Resolution, special consent number 2. Whereas Governor Cuomo has issued an executive order and amendments, and County Executive Molinaro has declared a state of emergency, all relating to the ongoing COVID-19 crisis. And whereas the Amendment 2 of the Governor's executive order has directed that all municipalities reduce their staff by 50%, and whereas the Town of Poughkeepsie Town Board wishes to reduce the number of staff at town facilities to avoid and reduce COVID-19 transmission, to assure the continued delivery of necessary services to town residents and businesses, and to promote health and well-being of its valued employees. Now therefore, consistent with the Governor's directive, be it resolved that certain town employees will be directed by the supervisor and the department heads to work at home. Others will be directed to work at town facilities, and others will be placed on leave, with all employees being subject to callback from leave and work at home status, and subject to assignment to job duties beyond their normal tasks and job descriptions. Be it further resolved that as part of the foregoing employment adjustments, all full-time Town of Poughkeepsie employees in good standing will be paid their base salary without the use of benefit time through April 15th, 2020. So moved.
Second.
The motion second, so everybody understands this, we're rotating the employees, it's not like half of them are staying home. They asked us to keep only half staff here at any given time, because God forbid a group gets sick. So each department head scheduled how they would work. Some departments have just 1 or 2 people in the office where they're capable of working from home, and they work full-time from home, so it's not like a day on, day off. Some of them are actually working all the 5 days that they're, I think we have 4 of them that can actually physically work from home. So they'll all be working from home, so the deal is try to keep everybody working, try to keep everybody healthy, and give everybody a break. We've also formed a committee of 5 employees inside Town Hall that will try to manage this ongoing, day-to-day, putting things together. It's Felicia, myself, Mike Welty, Charlie, and Mark Pfeiffer. We figured instead of everybody has other jobs, we do it with town hall employees, we'll keep everybody informed as we go forward on what we're doing, but the deal is, we're here on a day-to-day basis. If we're not here, we'll communicate, to each other what's going on. If anything happens, we're the employees that are on staff. We will keep the board involved. Everybody should have phone numbers. We gave out full new list to everybody. Feel free, no matter what time of day it is, if you need me, call me, and just keep calling if I don't answer the phone, But I will answer the phone most of the time. I have bad reception down there, but everybody that's on that list is available, and those names I mentioned, if you need them, any decision that's made, we're in that group that everybody knows what's going on. So if you can't get a hold of me, call one of those other names, and we'll figure out what's going on.
We'll try.
Yeah. Yes, it's day-to-day. I mean, the other day, we didn't know what was going on. We told the department heads, everything worked out. Ann was here, and Mike was here, and Jessica, and we discussed what we were doing, and by the next morning, everything had changed again.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you hear something and the next day it changes, don't think it was a spur-of-the-moment decision. We're trying to keep everybody informed. We just want to keep government going the best we can. And anybody that needs to drop anything off, I can't reiterate enough, please do not come here unless absolutely necessary.
It's best to check the website. We're trying to update it. Our phones did not work today, so that was a little bit of a glitch, and we apologize for that. We just got a Dropbox. We're working on tomorrow having them have envelopes with things to write, and, it's been a little bit of a learning curve, and we're trying to catch up and decide, how we're going to do everything. And the best thing to do is either email or call, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can to try and accommodate everybody. So,
We will let everybody here know, being the phone system was one glitch. Tomorrow, we will have a cell phone that will be in my office for anybody who needs to know. We will post that number on the website, and also we'll make sure everybody on the board gets that number. So if anything does happen, we'll have that number there, and whoever's in town hall, somebody all the time will
right,
have
and,
that phone. Yeah.
that's news to me. So
Yeah.
see, everything changes after 4
That
o'clock.
happened at 4:45 tonight.
Yeah.
We come up with, just to have that backup source. We'll post
And
that.
another thing that I wanted to say too, for seniors, just so that, my office has started calling those whose handicap disability placards are expiring in March, and then we'll move to April, to tell them that we're going to mail them out, the ones that already are permanent, and then, go from there. So, don't get all worried and don't feel like you have to rush here, because we really don't want that.
And I don't think an outdated handicap sticker at this point is going to be. an
No, I
issue.
really don't, and I don't know how many, if you do have to go to the doctors, I'm sure that the parking's limited, so don't stress out over those types of things.
And that is the biggest factor. Don't stress about those little things. We'll get through it. Everybody's just got to relax, be kind to each other, and help each other and coach everybody through, because there are going to be a lot of issues, of different things that nobody knows the answer to. But we'll get through it. The county has been extremely helpful so far. The governor's office has been helpful along with the county. And today, thanks to Felicia, we had an hour-and-a-half conversation with the vice president on what the vice president and the federal level is doing to assist us. So everybody is reaching out to everybody, and it's extremely stressful, because the other thing is, everybody that's doing business in the town wants to keep going forward. And we're just trying to keep everything going. It's a slower pace, but we're going to get through it. We're going to keep going, because if we keep people going, some people will be able to keep working. We got to keep the economy flowing to a point, because it's coming to a slow stop, and we really need to help people the best we can. And we're trying.
And be patient, that's the
Yeah.
main key.
Yes, be patient and be kind. Yeah.
We're
With
trying.
that, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.